And this is a great time of the year here at Los Alamitos Racecourse. Every racing night, a lot of fun racing action. Just last Sunday, we had the trials to the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. And my guest today, Mike Casselman, qualified two horses into the rich Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. And on Friday night, he's got Lotta Blues Man going in the trials to the Southern California Derby. Lotta Blues Man coming off of a victory in the town policy handicap. Tell me a little bit about this horse as he just has continued to do some good things following a big year in 2016.
Right. He's had a little bit of a tough year in the gate this year. We've got him left a couple times, and we had high hopes for him in the Super Derby. He drew the rail, didn't break real good with the new rider, and run a decent race but didn't get in. So we decided to run him back and the town policy, and he had a really good trip and got away good and ran his race back. So we're excited to get Cesar back to ride him again, and don't really like the rail, but we just want to qualify and hope we have a good trip.
And I mean, that horse last year made every single dance. This year has continued to be a hard knocker in all those trials. I mean, when it comes to class rises to the top, he certainly has tons of it.
Yeah, he really does. He does everything he can to run a big race each time, and we're real proud of him.
Now, we touched on the fact that you have two horses in the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity, a great accomplishment. Let's start with Remember the Rose, a horse from out of a mare that has just had a great year because she's also produced two other horses that have made $1 million futurities here at Los Alamitos, and I'm talking about Remember Me Rose.
Right, yeah, she's really a nice mare, and Remember the Rose is just a gorgeous individual. We've liked her all year. We thought she won a trial to the Ed Burke earlier in the year and didn't get in, but we've had high hopes for her all year, and she finally had a real good trip and qualified. So we were lucky to stay in.
And the other horse that you made to the big final is Ditto Head, a horse that keeps being sent in those trials as a big long shot and delivers wins, or qualifies into their big races. Tell me a little bit about Ditto Head.
He's been a nice horse. We ran him early in the year, and he got one shin that was a little sore, so we had to wait on him. We waited, just tried to time everything so we could run him in the Governor's Cup trials, and he qualified for the Governor's Cup, come back real good, we thought, doing excellent. And then in the finals for the Governor's Cup, the other shin started bothering him, so we just sat on him hoping that we could have him ready for these trials. So that we just timed it, and it worked out good for us.
And the nice little piece that happened with Ditto Head is the jockey Cesar Gomez was on Ditto Head, gets into the final with Ditto Head. Now we get to see him ride in the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity. And you were saying they have some things in common with Cesar Gomez.
Cesar grew up in Colorado, real close to where I grew up, in a little town called LaSalle, Colorado. I lived in Greeley, and so, he's been around. He rode in Riados. He's been in the All-American. He's been in a lot of really nice races, and we're excited to have him here. Did a really nice job with the horse, and I think he'll do fine in the finals.
Congratulations, and looking forward to a great night of racing here at Los Alamitos on Friday night trials to the Southern California Derby. And don't forget the Los Alamitos 2 Million Futurity with Mike Casselman saddling two big runners in that race coming up at the end of the year. That's Sunday, December 17th.